Kitty. Kitty.
Can you spell cat? Certainly. Spell it. Cat. K-I-T-T-Y. Pussy.
Watch this. Watch this. You see him? Son of a bitch, he's a big girl. Ah, yes. Come on, get out of there. Tractor. What size is this one? 65/88. There's a bird living in here. Another one. 770. You can get these for $3,500. You'll be fixing these tires. Jesus Christ. $32.94. The one that I had used at work was at $33.94. Lots of road mailers. All these old tractors back here. $4.92. These hay binds can take a pounding. There's that slip clutch that goes out. They're not cheap though. Oh, it's old sickle. John Deere? Yep. John Deere, Moline, Illinois. Look at this snowblower. LMC, Lorenz. $35.94. Well, we're talking power. It's a nice tractor. Looks like it's parted out. Lots of power. 1486. These have no power. Another 1170, 1660, 6600, 870 over here. They don't have much for tractors anymore. Farmall 300. This was here 2 years ago. And on Craigslist, these go for like $2,600. 7700. Another old combine. What is this, a Ford? Jubilee? A little lower on there. The Alice. These are junk. Look at that planter. I grew up with something like that. Minneapolis Moline. Is that what this is? Missing something. Boy, that's an old tractor. That is old, huh? What is this, a Rex? Continuous drive, no ratchet. There's a Gale 9, is that a 980? 970, yeah. These have a problem with the beaters. They rot out right there. Especially on the bottom one. Silage acid gets into the beater and it piles up in that pipe and it rots out from the inside out. And then I've seen it where the sides rot out too. Yeah, that's a terrible, terrible. See, it's starting to rot over there. The beaters rot out. I've changed these out. The bottom one has been changed. The tie rods break too. These tie rods are undersized. They snap right here. There's an end in there. They snap right here. They break. Look at that. It's an old Heston hay bind. I got one of these sitting at home that I want to get to the metal scrapper. Look at that. I grew up with one of these back in the 70s and 80s. Oh, doesn't this bring back memories? I've got one at home that's all complete. I've had to get these off. They're not easy. The bearings go out in here. Back in there. It's not easy getting these off. There's a PTO shaft that runs in here all the way up the tongue. There's a gearbox here. There was a time when everybody had one of these. So hot today, my God. Hot. We got air conditioning. Boxes are top heavy. Watch how you make your turn. Slow down. "20-foot box. This little Massey. It's on the other TMR. Massey 492. Just a 8-speed transmission, nothing fancy there. It's hooked on the second TMR. We just use that in the mornings. Going up to the silo. Air conditioning. Back there. Oh, I gotta move this case. Abandoned ship. $92.30. Brand new 7140. New as they come. How do you like the way I filled that? That's the second just from this little field. This little, what, 13 acres? I'll tell you what, I don't like this tractor. It doesn't turn sharp. I don't know, they got the wheels in too far. Makes a wide turn, they just can't turn sharp. It's got the Power shift. Keep shifting forward. Ooh, that's a low one. The rock wagon. Better stay in the high ground with this. I gotta dump it down at the creek. The creek is roaring with water like the Mississippi. Everywhere there's wet spots, especially that side of the driveway. Let's put this out here. Good. Park. Let me out of here. Oh, I need my water. Yeah, this one just doesn't turn sharp with it down. Look how tight that wheel is. We've had to back up. It's hard to make a turn. That'll be nice on the chopper. I don't know how long these people are going to put me to work. All the years I've worked for these people on and off, they've never once paid me. This is not the same case that's parked at home at my place. This is how everybody works fields up in my county. With a disc. Because you pull up rocks like that. If you have a field cultivator, you ain't going to get nothing done. Here's my breakfast. It's almost noon and I'm starving. They made me milk cows last night. Okay. I remembered to bring breakfast today. Farmer food. Ham sandwich, ham and cheese. I'll do. That's a Case IH 38-foot disc. This is their small one. Small one because the big one is not going to even get used this year. This is going to be an alfalfa field. It's going to be seeded right after I'm done here. I couldn't get down to that corner. Wherever there's standing water, I can't get in there, especially on the turns. This side of the tractor is spinning and this side is not. I can't make that turn. That fucking mud. That's standing water. And it's cold today. It's June 2nd and it's still in the 50s. Oh, I lift up on the turns. I don't want to go too deep because I just picked the rocks off of this. And God knows there's a lot more down there. Let's cut right in here. People have rocks, so they told me to stay in fifth gear. Fifth gear there. 4.9 miles per hour. That's a fine looking case over there, huh? Wonder how much they cost now. last night, it's been dry as dust. We get that little bit of snow and rain, and oh, it's all mud here. What the hell? Back up here. Break right there. See that? Alright. Okay. Oh, back is killing me. Today's election Tuesday. I gotta go vote. Think Obama's gonna win today? Obama, Mitt Romney? I don't know. I know it's wet today. Oh, stepping up. I just washed the windows. Look at how dirty my windows are. God damn it, my fucking windows are dirty again. How the fuck you can say I got fenders on the tractor? You can have all the fenders you want, you're not going to keep your tractor clean. Water. Alright, punch it. Look at the problem. This is why there's no water pressure. This open. Houston, we have a problem. City. Where is it? There it is. What the hell do I get over there? This snow wasn't here the last time. Ugh. This is it, guys. Wheel horse. C160 8-speed. That's what you get for $100. It's almost home. It's almost home. Yeah, it's a wheel horse. C160 Commando 16 horse. Kohler gone. And the rings come with it. 3 more for the other ones. Head gasket. This was over $100. All I'm trying to do here now is to remove some of this ridge on cylinder 2 and 3 so I can get the pistons up and out of there. And I'm hoping this works. I've lubricated this with transmission oil, Dextron 2 transmission oil. So I'm not deglazing, I'm just trying to get rid of this ridge. I'm wearing glasses with this sucker. I just don't trust these. I've got it lubed up again, transmission fluid. Try it. I need to get these set, so I don't know what's going to happen here. Give it a choke. Dead battery. And some smoke. I gotta charge this battery up. Enough. Now I can adjust these and put my valve cover on. Alright, valve cover's on. Everything in there is adjusted. I got sealer on one side, oil on the top. Let's try that again. since the decals weren't available, not manufactured no more, I had the CNC guy make some out of 18 gauge sheet metal. And all I do is I wipe them down with alcohol, hit them with this primer, and then paint on both sides. I'll use 3M two-phase tape to put them on there. I just sprayed this down. I use this Egco. That's the Heston brand. Heston is, they call it Autumn Prime, that color. And then for those decals over there I just showed you, it's just Rust-Oleum, gloss white, oil base. This is what I used on the Farmall rims too. They're silver. And then I use DuPont Nason base coat clear coat on the tractor, which is outside. But this is a single stage lacquer base, just like this. It's lacquer base. This is what the manufacturer is using. It's pretty good paint. This was $120. It's a pretty good product. It's ready to spray. You don't have to thin it. And I bought a couple cans of this primer. What I do is just put it on the bare metal spots. Wherever there's bare metal, you want to hit it with primer because paint's not going to stick to bare metal. And the rest of it, I DA sand it with 60 grit. I needed something aggressive. It took exactly 1 gallon. I mean, I just had enough. There's a lot to cover here. That's a big panel up there. This thing's not heavy. I can lift it with one hand. It's probably 80 pounds. It's not terrible. I noticed when I took it apart, the whole, I'd say maybe a pint or so of 85 weight leaked out of here. So the seal must be kind of leaking. I'm going to have to put some in through the top here or something. I do have some. Something I don't want to forget. You don't want to run these low, because I wrecked a transfer case on that Ford that I had years ago. It's been a long time, and I'm still working on the transmission. There's a lot to disconnect under here. It's not hard, it's just time consuming. It takes time. I work a little bit and then I got to go to work. Up this puller here to get that off. I can't use it because the splines are The splines are boogered up down on the, it won't grab down here, so I had to come up with this clamp. It's just a pipe. It's a 1 7/8 pipe, and I welded some flat stock to it, and I got this puller on here, and I'm going to try to lift this thing off. It's working. The 7/8 wrench on there, it's working. It's pulling it out past the O-ring. I'm going to take an air gun and blow some of this shit off of here. Just pulling it off. Alright, well, this is all rebuilt. The pump here, that pump seats on these 4 Teflon seals. I've got these compressed back and lubed up with Vaseline, and I put the pump on there, and it does fit back on there. I've got this end of the clutch rebuilt where all the discs were burnt up. The 3/4 clutch, those are rebuilt now, and it's ready to go back in. I'm ready to do assembly. Finally. And I didn't have to take the wheel bearing off. I discovered that this is telescoping in here. I didn't know that. It's not like the one on my car. And it looks like someone has changed this one out before. And here's that torn boot. I've known about this. Oh, you can see that. See that? This one's been knocking. It's been making knocking noises on the turns. It's taken me 1 week to get to this point. And looking over the gaskets, it had oil leaks on the just about everywhere, but where the blow-by is coming from, I couldn't tell you that. Over here on the cams, this is the lifter cam. This is a twin cam engine, overhead twin cam. These gaskets were leaking oil, and possibly the blow-by was coming out of the valves. I don't know. Valves here. This exhaust manifold gasket was leaking, and the intake manifold gasket had oil on it. But as I look at this head gasket, it looks good on the head side, but it's like shit on the outer where the head meets the block. It was coming right out of either that water jacket or that one, and it was getting into this oil jacket here, and it was leaking out the back there. Probably from where the block. This is a cast block where the block meets the head. 234,000 on this. I had to loosen up the timing chain cover here to be able to get these heads off. This is the water pump on this particular engine. They got it to change out a water pump on this car. You have to take the exhaust manifold off and then get to the water pump back here. And the thermostat is down there. And that pipe, it's underneath that pipe to get to that thermostat. That water pump was changed out 2 years ago because it's driven off the timing chain. There's a gear. It's the worst design, and they still make this engine, and they're still putting them in a lot of cars. I was just cleaning up this block with the wire wheel, and this block don't look so good. Look at that. Get the light in here. See that? This is the crankcase breather, and I wanted to clean it out because of that sludge in there. It's coming from that port in there. I believe that's antifreeze sludge. That's why they say you should flush your antifreeze system. Flush it out, that sludge builds up in there. Some kind of gelatinous material. It's like it's crystallized. It's like cake frosting. It's as clean as I'm going to get the head. And I'm just using this. Okay, I had to run to town. The head gasket they gave me, I have two here. They gave me the wrong one. I was lining up the holes. This is the one they gave me here. And I noticed that the holes weren't matching up. Let's see. Yeah, see on this one, it's got all these little holes, and this one doesn't. God damn it. This bumper cover is coming off. The tire exploded. The force of the explosion was so powerful it blew out the wheel well. Quarter panel's coming apart. We'll get it out. Door throws. Not anymore. I wrote myself a note. Don't throw your hat and gloves up here. You get a $112 citation from a state trooper. Yep. It's happened before. Okay. Still warmed up. It's been an hour. That's a good girl. Don't go forward. Nope. Son of a bitch. I got a shovel. Okay. Let's try it again. I'm out of breath. That's right. Woo-hoo!
What do you think you're trying to do? Can't you take a little joke?
Touch the wire! You aren't gonna feel it. Ah, Minnesota. Good times on the roof. Wonder how long this will take. Just look how deep that is. Son of a bitch. I hate it. Good enough. Good enough. It's a really nice day. Absolutely no wind. About 18 degrees. Beautiful day for riding. Beautiful day. Gotta take the sled out. I had it running already. Yesterday it had stopped raining for a few hours, so I managed to get the potato seeded. And it's raining today. And it's wet. I'm confident something's going to grow here. It's deep. It's been raining all night. Well over 2 inches, but it's supposed to rain the next few days too. I'm saying next Tuesday it's gonna might dry up, might. You can see how I do it. I build these ridges. So there's a valley for the water to go. You gotta give a place for the water to go. What's this? Hey, look at that. Safety glasses. Alright. Got a dry carburetor. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Dry. That's a 1975 Zenith Allegro. And he made me pick up the TV too. It's a 1990. See that? It's kind of dark in here. Zenith Allegro. Now the model number is missing. But I got online and I did some homework. And I deduced that it's a 75 because late 1974 and 75 is the only time they had this configuration. This radio is a 1974 and this turntable is a 1975 because the switch is here and not down here. It's got an 8-track player over here. I know it's kind of dark in here. It's always dark. Everything works. Everything works, and that works. That's a 20-inch. It actually measures from this side of the CRT to this side. It's 21 inches. Nice TV. Old lady died, gave it away. Everything works here. Get this little both of us. I find myself alone when each day It's as smooth as I want to get it. Got the primer here. This is latex, wall and wood. It covers the whole hodgepodge. Plaster, wood, and masonry. It'll cover existing paint and drywall, because here you got sheetrock, here you got plaster, paint. You got the whole hodgepodge. So go with this. The thing is, I was reading in the back, it says for fresh plaster they want 7-day cure period. Well, I'll give it 2. I ain't got 7 days to screw around. I'll give it 2. This is kind of all the pictures I looked at online, that's kind of what I'm shooting for, that color. This is going to be my paint chip that I take in and have that paint mixed. I got to get everything in primer. Got the light fixtures in there, I got new wiring in there, I got a switch here. I'm pretty sure this is not code. So don't look at that. I got the new light fixture up here. I got more bulbs here. These are 60 and these are low. These are 40 watt. It says that these last, this will last 11 years. Thing about these is if they break, they got barium and mercury in there. They're carcinogen. You don't want to break these. If you got kids, you're going to die. I got more bulbs. I got the fixture up there. This is all going to be in primer. I put this in today, a new box. Pretty sure that's a code violation, but I got a lot of appliances here. I got a washing machine, the chest freezer. There's a dryer here. And I got 3 that plug in, and this is only a 15 amp circuit. But never 3 running at the same time. Now I got the primer up. Yeah, no more green. Got the primer up. Well, I got this done. This is the end result of 1 week of remodel in the laundry room. I am not by any means a carpenter. This was a repair from the June storms that knocked a 65-foot tall tree on the house.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay guys, I was just trying to catch my breath here. I had shut the camera off. This thing did its job. It did get a little dull. I got to get that back because I've only got it for 3 hours. This is $60 for 3 hours, $100 for 12 hours, $200 for a day. So that's pretty insane. It cut right through the concrete mesh. See that? I knew it wasn't going to be much. This shit's almost rusty anyways. Yeah. Okay, just a few hours into it here. Let's see what we're up to here. This dimension from here, 6 feet. So this is going to get whacked off. That was the variable. I didn't know much was going to go on the ground down here. You never know. Because the ground has so much pitch to it over here. You see how this end could have been shorter. So I'm gonna backfill this with clay because there is so much runoff coming off that roof. Okay, got my little box made in here. Made a little door. Look at this door handle. Redneck ingenuity. And a latch there. Let's pull it up. She opens up. Okay. Got it all jammed up nice. I gotta put the insulation in next. Do that. Insulation and plywood sheathing, roofing sheathing. It's going to be toasty in here. I like that little handle.
It's metallic, it's got portals. I've never seen anything like it. What the hell is it? Look at the way it moves, it evades radar. There's people in there.
Three-quarter-inch holes. You gotta find some more like this. Do my welding outside so I don't burn a building down. This flat stock here, there's 4 of these stacked together and then turned up like this. I kind of made an I-beam in here. That's not going to fail. I put a 50-ton jack in here, it's got to be strong. I drilled all these holes. This bottom tray here moves. Got some bling bling caps for the trailer. There's 2 of them on the ground. Look at all this firewood I've been cutting up in the past week. We only got 1 flat tire so far. I'm going to be changing these tires out. That's all I got for cucumbers this year. You see the problem here? You cut them tall, there's no way you're going to punch a tractor tire. God knows I've done that. Oh, 1 more pass and I'll have this mess. at it! Boy, that's crusty. Move this over. Ugh. Firestone! See, when the bale gets up to this channel iron, I can't go much more. You go a little bit more.